Blog Talk Radio.
Hello and welcome to the VRO. It's Monday, November 21st, and my name is Joshua Reed Davis, and I'm joined tonight with Jess.
Hi, Josh. How you doing?
I'm good.
I'm doing good. Oh, no, that's the other Josh. That's the other Josh.
That's okay. Well, we have our special guest on the line already. If you're listening live, please feel free to log in with a username and a password, and you can participate in the chat. We are taking questions in the chat room if we have time. I just want to give a couple of people a heads up that we did get a lot of Twitters, and we will try our best to get your information and your questions asked. But please bear with us because we only have Josh for a limited amount of time. But I do want to let everybody know tonight we have a very special guest. Our guest plays the infamous Prince Charming on ABC's new hit TV show, Once Upon a Time.
That's right.
The pressure of that name.
Well, Josh, I'm Josh. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It is a pleasure to be on the VRO this evening.
Thank you. Thank you. We're so excited to have you on. And as you may know, Josh, we are a fan-run show, which means that our show is run by fans for fans. And as such, most of our questions tonight have come directly from your fans.
I love that. I love that.
So without further ado, we'll start the barrage of questions, if that's okay.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay.
Well, darn, when I saw the rundown, I thought it was my fans, but I guess it's your fans, Josh.
You can answer some of the questions too, Josh.
I guess I thought I was your Prince Charming. I've read the rundown wrong. I'm kidding.
Yeah, well, you might be my Prince Charming, Josh Reed Davis, but Joshua Dallas is everybody else's Prince Charming. So
that's right. Well, you're a good Prince Charming, Josh. And so, can you tell us what's up?
Yeah, well, like I said, we're up here trying to keep warm in Vancouver right now, shooting the show. We're on episode 12 and getting ready to start episode 13 next week, which is really exciting. So episode 13 is a big one where we're coming back to a lot of the Prince Charming and Snow White story and more of David Nolan in Storybrooke, which is exciting.
That is exciting. So can you tell us, why do you think that Once Upon a Time has been so successful?
Well, yeah, I think it's a show, and it's full of hope. It's full of love. It's full of adventure and fantasy, mystery, and I think we could all use a bit of hope, these days in the current climate and stuff like that. So I think it is a show that certainly speaks to everyone, and it's full of all these fairy tale characters that we all know and love, and from that point of view, it's something that's very familiar to people with these characters. But what's also great for us as actors, but great for the audience members too, is that we're showing a side of these characters that we don't know, that people don't know, and that's really exciting for us to be able to tell those stories.
Yeah, yes it is. I think that's part of the charm of the show as well. Prince Charming is such a well-known character in storybooks. Did you feel any type of pressure when you learned you would be playing the part? I mean, that's a pretty well-known character. Yeah, totally. The name Prince Charming comes with so many different kinds of pressures. But I try not to think about it. If I thought about it, I wouldn't be able to do my job. I would probably just and cry. But there is a lot of pressure. But you try not to feel it because the parts of the story that we're discussing are always things that could have happened off stage. We're not reenacting any part of Prince Charming and the Snow White story that you read before or seen in a movie. So nor is anybody else reenacting parts of the stories you're familiar with. So with that aspect of it, the pressure kind of goes away because we're kind of creating a new history with all these characters.
Definitely, I think it's great. I think it's a great history that you guys are recreating because, I mean, fairy tales are awesome, and I think that the spin that you guys have on it is really awesome. And what fairy tale do you see Prince Charming involved in outside of his tale with Snow White? Is there somewhere you would like to take it with?
There's all kinds that are coming up. He's involved in, he's connected to some really great, some great storylines that are involved in his origins. So those are yet to come. They're coming up soon. Particularly, you'll see a lot in episode 6, which will be aired, I think, on December 4th. Sunday, December 4th, and that's where we're going to find out a lot more about the origins of Prince Charming. And who knows, maybe there were 2 Prince Charmings. Maybe we'll find out who his dad is or isn't. Maybe we'll find out about his mother. We'll find out all kinds of things about, you know, where he came from and what his story is, and also what David Nolan's story is in Storybrooke, and how he's trying to navigate his way through his newly awoken state and figure out where he is. And he's got, some big decisions to make. He's trying to fight he's trying to do the right thing. He's a very confused man, obviously, in Storybrooke. So he's fighting, memories of what he should be doing, and also trying to deal with very real emotions he's having right in the moment. So we're going to find out a lot, particularly on this December 4th episode.
I can't wait. I was very upset when it didn't air this Sunday, and I was like, wait, what is this American Music Awards crap?
I know. I've been getting a lot of messages from people on Twitter saying how disappointed they were we weren't on Sunday, and I was disappointed we weren't on Sunday.
Right. Well, listen, the fans wanted us to let you know that there are a lot of fan videos that they have made about Snow White and the Prince, and they have absolutely fallen in love with the love story, and they wanted to know how that made you feel.
It makes me feel amazing. It makes me feel amazing that people are so kind of invested and involved in the story, because we are as well. We love it. So we're just, I mean, this is the thing. Without our viewers, we wouldn't have gotten picked up for a full season, which is really exciting. But without them, none of that would have happened. So I'm thrilled and totally excited that people are falling in love with it, just like we are as we go along. So I've seen a couple of them, and some of them are beautifully done. So it's a huge compliment.
That is, I love all the fan videos. I think that they're amazing. And before I ask the next question, I just want to say, from an acting point of view, I think it would be kind of fun to play David at first, because you just get to lay there and be in a coma. I mean, that's like the easiest acting
right.
ever.
Right.
But I kind of feel like, I don't know, do you enjoy the Snow Prince role better or the Mary David storyline better?
Well, I mean, always with Snow and Charming, there's exciting things that are happening in fairy tale land, and there's a lot of, that's usually when I get to pull the sword or ride a horse or something like that, which is always fun. And we're always, up until this point in fairy tale land, it's things are good between Snow White and Prince Charming, and they're finding each other and finding out, and feeling that love between the two. And Storybrooke, obviously Storybrooke is a very different place from fairy tale land, and it's where the curse is. So happy endings aren't possible. So I really enjoy doing the Charming and the Snow stuff, obviously, in fairy tale land. And David is still a lot of fun as an actor to play, but he's in a very different place. So sometimes it's not always as enjoyable, just because it's a harder place to be, Storybrooke. Nobody wants to live in Storybrooke.
Right. Well, you just mentioned the drawing of your sword and the riding of the horses. That's brings us right into our next question. One of our fans sent in a question, and she says, what is the best and worst things about filming an action scene?
The best and worst thing? Well, I suppose, I mean, the best is that, you know, it's just, you know, it's a boy's dream. It's a boy's dream to, well, it's my dream anyway when I was a boy, you know, to ride a horse and, you know, throw swords around and fight all kinds of different kind of creatures and trolls and possibly dragons, who knows? And so that's, you know, that's a boy's dream. The worst thing is particularly in television, because you shoot so quickly that you just don't do it enough. So I wish I could do it every day, but, you know, you shoot so fast in television, so there's also not a lot of time to work it out as much as you would like sometimes. So, you know, it can be dangerous and you can get hurt, and so you have to be careful and know what you're doing and be confident with it. But yeah, the worst is it's just not enough time, and the best is it's part of my boyhood dream.
That is awesome. I would love to ride a horse on camera. Like, my luck, I would like fall off. I would definitely be a blooper reel if I were filming. It would definitely be. I'm an accident waiting to happen, so kudos to you, Josh. You do it well.
Well, thank you. It's awesome. You should try it sometime. It's awesome. It's the best.
Yeah, I'd be on America's Funniest Home Videos if I tried that. But, so if you had to choose to play another character on this series, who would it be and why?
Rumpelstiltskin, without a doubt.
He is an amazing character, yes.
He has an amazing character. You know, Bobby Carlyle is an amazing actor as he is a man, and you know, it's so as all the characters are. All the characters on the show are so layered and complex. But I feel Rumpel is he's a very complex individual. And you know, as an actor, that would be amazing and a lot of fun to play around with. But definitely Rumpel.
I think Rumpelstiltskin, like, he looks like if like Snooki from Jersey Shore with her orange tan and Edward Cullen with his glitter had a baby.
Yeah.
It would be Rumpelstiltskin because he's got that glitter.
Yeah,
orange.
and a bit of Mick Jagger thrown in there too. A bit of rock and
yeah,
roll,
some Mick Jagger,
which I love too.
Now, were you originally interested in the role of Prince Charming? Was that the role that you specifically went to audition for, or was there another role that you were looking at?
Yeah, no, it was this one. It was Charming from the get-go, from the onset. I was looking at that, but I never really thought, you know, it's not something that I've been thinking, oh God, I would love to play Prince Charming in something, because usually, you know, in the fairy tales that we've seen, you know, in the movies and the various different versions of Prince Charming and Snow White that we've seen, or any of the princes normally in the fairy tale Disney canon, you know, there's not really a lot to them. You know, they kind of come in and they kiss the girl and then everything seems to be fine after that. But, you know, when the script came to me, I read it, and I just, you know, Eddie Kitsis and Adam Horowitz, our creators, are genius storytellers, and they're genius at character. And that's what's so great about, I think about Once Upon a Time, is that it's really character-driven as a show. So these characters are very, you know, as I was, complex and layered and three-dimensional, and I thought, well, you know, when I read Charming, I thought this is, when not only Charming, but when I read the entire pilot, I thought I've never read a TV script like this. I haven't seen, or I don't know of anything that's on television that is like this show. And I just thought it would be really, really interesting to be a part of it. And I went in and I saw the guys, and that was kind of it. It worked, and we started filming. So I'm very happy that I picked that script up that day.
Well, you definitely do a very good job of it. I think you all should add Peter Pan to it. I was Peter Pan for Halloween, and I think for Vancouver.
Well, you know what? I think I was talking with Etiquettes and Adam the other day, and that's one of Eddie's favorite fairy tales or stories, Peter Pan, and I think we would love to have that story on the show. I think there might be something to do with the rights at the moment. But who knows? I mean, if our viewers keep tuning in, who knows what can happen? But I think that's definitely one we would love to have on the show at some point.
Okay, you Josh and Josh fans out there, y'all tweet and y'all start a letter writing campaign. I want to be Peter Pan. All right, let's get that.
There you go. I'll have a word. I've got an inside thing, so I'll have a word.
We could be like the Josh Squared on set. You know, people would love it. They'd be like Josh, and like, hey, you know, it's a. Hell, you're right now. I'm just getting it started. So far, which episode / scene has been the most challenging for you to shoot?
We have one coming up in the next episode, and I can't say much about it, but all I will say, it will be challenging, and it may or may not be underwater.
Ooh. Okay, we'll look for it.
So I'm really, really excited about it. The episode is going to be great, and I'm excited. That's going to be a challenging day, but I can't wait. I love stuff like that.
Very cool. So, Josh, you have a public Twitter, yes?
I do.
Okay. Would you tell the fans what your public Twitter is so they know that it's actually you?
It is at Josh Dallas. I don't think it's been verified yet, so I've got to look into that. I don't even know how does.
I don't know, but I think you just.
Verified.
I know. Can I jump in and answer that question for you?
Jump in.
Sure. Go ahead, Amy.
All you have to do is get your publicist to call Twitter and be like, yeah, I represent so-and-so, and you'll be verified the next day.
I'm tweeting you right now. I am tweeting you.
Tweet me. It's at Josh Dallas. I think I'm following the VRO, so I'm
on
there. So that is me.
Yes. You made us very excited when that happened.
No.
But actually, one of the things our fans have been giving feedback on, and if you could also pass this on to Jennifer Goodwin, the fans are absolutely thrilled with the amount of responses that they have gotten when they have Twittered you and Jennifer, and they just wanted to thank you for being so involved with the fans, and they really appreciate it. So,
well, we appreciate them, and like I said, we wouldn't be. We do the show for them, and if they weren't watching, we wouldn't be doing it. So they're watching it, and people tell me and send tweets, and they say the most beautiful, lovely things about my character and the show and how much they're loving it. So, if they're investing that much time, it's the least we can do, right?
That is true. I was just reading a tweet from one of your crazy fans that says, I want to be Peter Pan. Josh, thanks for coming on the show. Oh, wait, that was from me. Oh, never mind. So I'm kind of a sci-fi geek. A lot of our fans want to know, and plus this is a question from me too, and I'm also joined tonight with Valerie and Tracy, and we're talking about that. This is what we want to know. What type of genres of movies and TV do you prefer? Are you an action, drama, fantasy, love story buff, sci-fi geek like me? What are you, Josh Dallas?
What am I? Gosh, I think that's kind of like asking, I don't know, what kind of music you listen to. I have a really wide kind of range in the variety of TV and film things that I like. I like as long as it's as long as the story's great stories first and foremost to me, and as long as it's acted well, I think I love it. I love action stuff. Of course, I've been Thor was a big blockbuster sci-fi comic book movie, which I love, and I think Marvel, nobody does it better than them, and I love, of course, I love Once Upon a Time, which I don't know. I guess what is that? I guess that's fantasy drama. I love it. I love it all. I love it all. As long as it's good quality and a great story, right?
That is true, and that is. I'm sorry to cut you off, Jess. I have to tell you. I have a Thor story, and we have what we call Josh stories of things I do to embarrass myself. And we were at Walmart shopping, and I was with I have an 18-year-old brother and his girlfriend. Greg,
Please
I have
tell me you
story.
got the onesie pajamas.
No, I do want the onesie pajamas. I do want those. But they had a Thor hammer and like a little helmet in the toy section, so I put it on.
Yeah, of course.
And they were on the next row over, and so I thought. So I go jumping around the corner. I was like, oh, I have a Thor hammer there and the mask on, and it definitely was not my brother. It was a little old woman, and I scared to goodness out of that woman.
Well, I mean, don't feel too bad because I have that helmet and the hammer, the one that you're talking about, and I've answered the door to the mailman.
Nice.
That's awesome.
No, I think that's probably even more sad, right? Because I was like,
no. That's not sad at all. But I am going to get onesie pajamas, so when I get the roll of Peter Pan, I'll wear them on set.
Awesome. We'll both wear the two Joshes with the Thor helmets, matching Thor helmets. And maybe even the onesies. Why not?
Hey, I'm down with the onesies.
Those are warm. They'll keep you warm in Vancouver.
Hey, you're right. In fact, I think I should go get some. Yeah.
You should. You should definitely do that. We have only 3 more questions for you, Josh, so we won't keep you that much longer. The next question came directly from a fan again. They said, are there any practical jokers or funny stories from behind the scenes that you can tell us about?
Gosh, I'm trying to say. I mean, this is going to be really disappointing. There's no practical jokes have really happened yet at this point because I think we're so kind of early on into the show, and like I said, time is of essence. So there's not any kind of practical joking that goes on. Not at the moment. That doesn't mean that once we start coming back after December and shooting in January that things might loosen up a little bit. But we all still have such a great time on set, and no jokes have happened as of yet, but I promise as soon as something does, I will tweet it.
Nice. Very good. I suspect there's a Thor's hammer that's going to be involved, though.
I think so.
That would be awesome. Well, now you've had extensive experience in theater and performances, and do you prefer live theater or film?
I prefer both. Of course, I started out theater, in which I love, and I hope to go back to it at some point one day. But I love filming. I love the energy about it. I love the idea of having to create a moment and catch it within a few seconds on film. I think that's really exciting. I think the pace of filming is great, and I love working on camera. I mean the difference, I suppose, in terms of doing a character on stage is that you kind of start at the beginning and you have an ending, so you can kind of have that entire journey within an evening. And when you're filming, obviously a movie or TV, you're working out of sequence all the time. So you could be filming the end at the beginning, and and things like that. So that is a challenge, but it's a challenge that I certainly enjoy. But yeah, right now I'm loving filming.
Very cool. Now, Josh, is there besides Once Upon a Time, is there anything else that you're going to be working on concurrently or in the near future, in the off season, maybe in hiatus?
Yeah, well, we'll of course be shooting the rest of Once until April next year, and that'll take us to the full season. And then in the hiatus, I'll be off on more adventures in Asgard on Thor 2.
I'm sorry, what was that again?
I'll be off in Asgard, donning the beard and mustache again of Fandral the Dashing for Thor 2.
Awesome. Can't wait.
So I'm excited about it. Yeah, it's good. I haven't seen a script yet. It's not quite finished, but I'm sure Don Payne, our scriptwriter, is locked away in a room somewhere working tirelessly on the next installment. So it's exciting.
That is very exciting. I'm excited to hear about the tour too. I'm going to call my little brother as soon as we get off the air and tell him, because I know he'll be excited.
Yeah, cool.
What we like to do with all of our guests is we like to do like a sound bite at the end, and you can make it your own however you want to. It's just you can just add, you're listening to Variety Radio Online, and just kind of make it your own however you want to. And Amy's going to be very proud of me because I always forget to do the sound clips. So yay, I remembered tonight. So however you want to do it, Josh, let's go for it.
Okay, are we ready?
We are ready,
ready
whenever you are.
Okay. This is Josh Dallas, and you're listening to Variety Radio Online, the best radio station I've ever been interviewed by.
Ooh.
Oh, thank you.
Are you
Yeah,
liking that?
I like that one.
Yeah,
I like that one.
That was fantastic. That's it, you're hired.
You're hired.
Yes.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Josh. We had so much fun, and we'd love to have you back again some other time.
Sure.
And feel free to let any of the other cast members know how much fun you had, because we'd love to have them on too. And
I will
good
pass
luck.
it on. Thank you
Good
so
luck.
much, guys.
Have a great
Appreciate
time.
it.
Go get that onesie.
All right.
Definitely. And I'm scared that there's going to be someone outside of your location wearing a onesie and a Thor hammer,
no.
and they're going to say they're me. If it is, I will let you know. It's me beforehand.
Okay.
So don't take any
Awesome,
crazies
guys.
in before you find out.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
you,
you.
Josh.
Have a great night, Josh.
You guys too. Talk to you later.
Bye.
What a fun! Oh my gosh, he was awesome.
He was very nice. He was so good to play along with us. That was awesome.
I know, and there were no awkward laughs at my jokes. He genuinely liked my jokes.
Every once in a while you get somebody who's like, okay.
Yeah.
And no, he just seemed actually genuinely amused, as was I.
Well,
I was already a Josh fan, but now I'm even more of a Josh fan.
Right.
Can I jump in real quick and say that Jess and Josh, you did an amazing job.
Thank you.
I'm laughing and crying all at the same time because it's good tears. And reading the comments from Twitter and some in the chat room, I thank all of our listeners for joining us tonight. If you are new to the VRO, hopefully you'll come back and listen again.
Yes, definitely. I love working for the VRO, and Amy and Jeff are a lot of fun. And that's one of the fun things about the VRO is that I'm in Florida with Valerie and Tracy, two of my best friends right now. And so Jeff texted me today, and she was excited about the show tonight. And so she let me continue my vacation. Thank you for putting everything together, Jeff and Amy, and letting me slack off and be on vacation. I really appreciate that.
No problem, anytime. And you know what? I'm seeing there's a ton of guests in the chat room. For future reference, you can always log in with a username and a password. It's free, and you can actually participate in the chat. Sometimes when we're not so limited for time, we can take questions in the chat. We do take free. I don't know how to ahead of time. My words are not coming to me. What is that?
I don't know. Well, and another thing about... I'm sorry, Jess. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's okay, but also I wanted to let people know that, we're not ignoring you on Twitter. We're not ignoring you in the chat. It's just that we had so many questions that were already pre-submitted. That's what I'm thinking of. They were already pre-submitted, and we wanted to make sure that those people who took the time to email us and to direct message us a couple of days ago, that those questions got answered first. So we're not ignoring you, and I apologize if we didn't get everybody's questions, but I'm sure he'll be back on again, and we will try our best to get everybody's questions answered. What were you saying, Josh?
For those of you who are in the chat room, a lot of times I will be talking with you while we're on the show, and I'll lose my place on where I'm at.
What did you do today,
yeah,
by the way?
I love the chat room. Did y'all catch me tonight? I kind of got lost for a second. I was like, there was that dramatic pause for a brief second. I don't think anybody caught that one, but I totally got ADD. And, but yeah, I love chatting in the chat room, and so I didn't get to tonight, obviously, because I'm out and about, and I had to call in to do the show. But yeah, for those of you who are new to VRO, welcome to our listeners. And if you guys want to follow, I'm going to go ahead and plug myself, Amy and Jess. Facebook me at facebook.com/JUSTJOSHHEYY, or go to Joshua Reed with a hyphen Davis. That's REID-Davis.com, and it's all my links are on there. So, because I love talking with our fans, and you people write me all the time, and even the crazy ones, you know, I like talking to everybody. So, except for the one person, and I blocked her again this week, but Amy's best friend. Yeah, welcome all you listeners.
Amy's actually posting everybody's Twitter in the chat room right now. You can also always Twitter us at VRO, which is the general one, but Amy's usually on that one. She's usually, you know, doing little things here and there. Or you can visit us online also at VRO.com. So feel free, and you can get all of our contact information there too. And
a lot of people were asking because they missed the beginning of the show, and you can listen as soon as the show's done, which it should be over within like 15 minutes. Actually, at 14 minutes, the show will be completely done, and you can go to our website or stay on this page that you're listening to right now, and it will refresh, and you can hear the show from the beginning. And if you like the show,
archive.
Let your friends know, retweet about it, let Josh know that you enjoyed listening to him. More fan feedback that we get, then that actually boosts us to get more interviews. So,
right. So if you like this interview and you want more characters from Once Upon a Time to Beyond, it's very important that you Twitter at Josh Dallas and let him know how much you love the interview and how much you want the other cast members to come on. And, you know, if their PR sees that, then it's possible that we might be able to get some other cast members on. That's kind of the way it works. So, and, again, thank you, everybody, for coming. I'm just amazed at how many people are in the chat room and have stuck with us this long, even after the interview. I was really upset. I know I said it in the interview, but I was really upset yesterday, Josh, when I turned on and I was ready to watch Once Upon a Time, and I saw frickin' Justin Bieber. And I was like, are you serious? Where is my Once Upon a Time? Listen, Bieber Fever is all fine and good for everybody else, but I was jonesing for my Once Upon a Time, and it was not there. And that was just like the last thing that I wanted to see. I was really, where's my Once Upon a Time?
The preview from last week, it said it will be back November 27th.
Back in 2 weeks, it said.
I know, but I was watching it on DVR, and I didn't get that message.
Well, we also need to give a big shout out to Ella for pushing us, you know, to do the Once Upon a Time show, because you know, she really jumped in, and you know, she cracked that whip on Amy, and
she did.
Amy kind of liked it, but you know,
as you do.
but yeah, and so it's. I always love doing shows with you, Jess and Amy. And Amy, I apologize to you. I totally gave the shout out to Jess on Facebook today. I didn't tag you in it. I'm sorry. So I was like, oh, I just love doing shows with you, Jess. And so Amy's like in the corner crying. Not really. But,
I'm the one that, you know, I'm the one that sends the emails. I'm the one that goes after the information. I'm the one that sets the show up. I'm the one that's on the switchboard 24/7, and no, I don't get any shout-outs.
Yeah. Join the club.
Let's just say that because she missed it. Last week, she like cut me off like 3 times. Like she hung up on me like 3 times while we were on the air. Well, listen, guys, I'm gonna have to get off here, but I just wanted to say to all you, all my friends who are in the cold weather, I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt right now.
Get the hell out of here.
So
Bye.
Amazing. My goal is to get a sunburn before I leave Florida.
We suck.
Goodbye, Josh. What was that? I hanged up on you? Yeah, Bye.
Well, and to all of our new listeners and all of our old listeners alike, I love you all, and Amy and Jess love you too as well, and I hope that you all have a great week, and we'll see you all very soon.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving, Josh.
Happy Thanksgiving to all of you.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Oh, shoot, we didn't wish him a happy Thanksgiving. Oh, well.
Yeah, we didn't wish, we'll call him back. All right. Well, I'll call Josh back and, hey, this is Peter Pan. So.
Enjoy your vacation.
Oh, and just you, and for everybody who knows, this is what it's like trying to get me off the phone as well. I'll start to go, and then I'll start another whole other conversation, and then I'll think, I am going to go now. So goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
You're so funny.
If anybody has questions about the VRO, you can Twitter us at the VRO. You can Twitter us at the VRO or me, Amy VRO, and I will definitely answer your questions. I've just seen right now that somebody said, "Oh, I just heard that on the show," because I actually the tongue tied. I said that so you could hear it because I knew you were listening. And like I said earlier, we are a laid-back show. Almost anything goes. When we have a guest on, we let them basically run the show. They can talk about whatever they want. We'll start asking for questions. Normally when we have a guest on, we'll start asking a couple of days before we have the show. But the day before the show airs, we always cut off. So, again, we apologize if we did not get to your question this time, but sounded like you had fun, so we might get them on again.
Yes. And I have to say, thank you so much for everybody who sent us the questions ahead of time. And even the people who were reading, I was trying to remember certain things that I saw today. Like, I got a couple of them in. But the questions were really good questions. So really, thank you for putting some thought behind it and taking the time to get back in contact with us. Because when you send the questions in, it makes our job a lot easier. We can concentrate on asking the questions and not have to concentrate on, okay, now I have to find questions and I have to do all this research. So I know that seems like the lazy way out on my end, but it takes a lot of preparation to do these interviews. So we really appreciate all of the feedback that you give us and all of the questions. And I don't know how Amy feels, but I know I find that because we ask so many people so many questions all the time, that it becomes almost like the same question over and over again. And it's really cool when the fans ask the questions, because sometimes you guys come up with things that we would have never thought to ask. So really, thank you so much for sending us those questions, and it makes it for a very much more interesting interview when we get fan questions as opposed to trying to make up our own questions.
Exactly. And to answer a Twitter that I just received, it's for me and Josh, Joshua Reed Davis. We normally have actually Josh is calling me. Josh, I'm still on air.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But no, I'm glad you called, because we just got asked if we were going to do, you just got the tweet, if we're going to do a How Was Your Week show. And we'll probably do that. When do you want to do that, Josh?
When do you want to do it?
I'm free whenever you are.
Are you going to do it during the day or a night? Or are we on air right now? Am I on air?
Yes, you're on air.
Oh,
you're on speaker on air.
I was calling I could take a call about.
But, okay, me and Josh will discuss it later on when we're going to do our How Was Your Week with Josh and Amy. So maybe tomorrow night, maybe Wednesday night, maybe if nobody has anything to do on Turkey Day, maybe Friday, or heck, maybe even next Monday. We'll let you guys know for sure.
Yeah, I'll be free Monday for sure. I mean, that's something we usually do anyway. Tori just called us out. I had to go and make sure I
yes.
who called me out or called you out too. Yeah, we're gonna just do it again on Monday, because this kind of took over the How Was Your Week show.
Yeah, we'll do it next Monday, and then we'll throw in our Once Upon a Time recap, because remember, last week.
Yeah, we'll do the first half, and then we'll do the second half of the recap, because I thought we were gonna do it originally. I thought.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'll go ahead and tell you guys. This is what I'll say. One of my How Was Your Week. I have this thing where I get out. I will go and I'll stop somewhere, and I'll forget to put the car in park, and I'll just get out. Or the other day I lost my keys. I couldn't find them, and my car was still running, and I was standing beside the car looking for my car keys. So there was a How Was Your Week for you, Tori.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, hon. I will call you as soon as we're done.
All right. Happy Thursday. Talk to y'all soon.
Bye, sweetheart. See how hard it is to get him off the air?
Yeah. I hope you guys all had a great time and that you have a great Thanksgiving and everything is safe and happy and that you're very, very full. I do want to give a quick reminder out there that there are a lot of people right now that are struggling to have food and you know, it sucks even around the holidays. So if you get a chance, I know there's a lot in my area that are doing food banks and food donations for the holidays. If you get a chance, you might want to stop on by, just bring some canned food over there. I know I don't need to bring it down or anything like that, but the economy is really bad, and I hate to think that somebody doesn't have food to eat, especially on Thanksgiving. So let's give somebody else something to be thankful for, and see if you can get out to a food bank and at least donate a can of food if you can, just one, you know, something like that.
Yeah. Well, thank you, everyone, for joining us today, and we will not have a show until probably December unless I book another Once Upon a Time guest. And if we do, you will be the first to know on Twitter because that's where we post first, on Twitter.
Yes.
So.
Oh, and I apologize. My American Horror Story has been delayed again by another week. It is a holiday week, so we will not be doing American Horror Story this Thursday, obviously, because it's Thanksgiving. But we will be doing it next week. So American Horror Story Thursdays at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, and see, like we said, it's hard to get Josh off the phone. It's kind of hard to get all of us off the phone because we just really enjoy.
I'm sorry, I wasn't finishing anymore.
Interacting with the chat room, Twitter, all of you. So you know, keep twittering us and all that stuff. Let the party continue. I'll leave the chat room open. You guys can chat away. Okay, good night and happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Gobble gobble.
Do you love movies, music, books, television? You do? Then come on over to the VRO on Blog Talk Radio. We have shows for all your obsessions. Vampires, we've got them. The latest blockbuster movies, they're right here. Bands and books, music and fiction, it's all at the VRO. What are you waiting for? Log on to the VRO today. www.thevro.com.